Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the gold market. So fundamental background of the market mostly stands the same. Although we see downward action in the market, the net long position on the gold market by the CFTC report shows growth, and in recent 4 or 5 weeks net long position is increasing. What does it mean? It means that the long-term players, the major investors, still keep gold in their pockets. They do not hurry with the closing long position and still hold the big part of the gold in their portfolios. The recent downward action and swings to the downside mostly the game of the speculators. So short-term players, short-term speculators using the inform agencies, shaking the boat, trying to extract the profit from the short-term swings on the market, bringing the volatility and use it in its favor. But in general, we can't say that the long-term context on the gold market has changed to the downside. Absolutely not. So it means that overall downward action stands here, but at the same time, we should treat it as a retracement and should be extra careful with any be careful to any bullish signs that we could get here. As a result, from that standpoint, despite that the downward action has happened on the market in last week, and we traded it, and we in our daily updates we have tried to anticipate this probable drop by taking a look at some indirect price action. As we said, the recent action was not really corresponding to normal price behavior of the bullish market, which led us to make the conclusion that some drop should happen, and right now in reality we see that this has happened. But at the same time, we do not think that we should start to watch for deeper action right now. I think that it's not time yet to be focused on the 1420 area, because on the first glance it seems that yes, we have the butterfly, strong sell-off, minor retracement, and now we should consider the next target, because the retracement very small. This drop was significant, which corresponds to each other, and this is directly points that market should drop further. But not everything as simple as it stands here, because 1448, 1445 is the still weekly confidence support. And if you will take a look at the weekly chart, the oversold on the weekly chart is still here, around 1447. Since the trading range was very small in recent 2 weeks, the oversold level hasn't changed significantly, and it still stands around this area. That really makes hardly possible to treat the OP as the next target of the coming week. Well, of course, everything could happen if suddenly the United States will sign the agreement with China, and it will be very positive. In this case, yes, of course, we could expect some really outstanding drop in gold. But from the technical point of view, we should treat this possibility as not really very probable. I'd suggest that market should either to show deeper retracement, because strength of this level on the weekly chart suggests deeper retracement. It's a really strong level, and retracement on the weekly chart was very small. Or at least to be focused on a conservative target, which suggests that the drop could be somewhere back to the 1445, 1448. So it would be better to treat this level as the potential downside target and not focus yet on the OP. That's what we could say on the daily chart. Now let's take a look at the trading plan that we will intend to follow in the coming week. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, here we suggested that something is wrong with the challenging of the 1475. Here is also the hand and shoulders that we have traded. This XLP target on Friday, we said that should be retracement right back up, where you could think about taking the short. But that all the stuff is just very short term, and now we will take a look at a bit more extended picture. In fact, here we have the ABCD pattern right to the 1455 area, 1457, which creates an agreement with the fib level. So this is major level to watch for. If you are considering taking the long position, you could think about this scenario. Forming the ABCD, creating an agreement with this level, create also Gartley's triple to buy pattern, and at least minor pullback here should happen. That really a relatively safe level where you could think about taking the long position, because it provides you a chance to move your stop to the break-even with a good probability. So this is relatively low risk trade. Second important issue on the 4-hour time frame chart is, of course, this level. Market has to hold above it to keep chances on upward continuation. The breaking of this level down will simultaneously mean taking out of these lows. Maybe market will not drop too far below these lows. Maybe it will not reach 1421. But that will be a negative sign and will suggest the challenging of these lows. Because here, guys, we already have some signs of the bearish dynamic pressure. Trend stands bullish right now on a daily chart, but price action is not. So that's what we have on the 4-hour time frame chart. On the hourly chart, we have a bit more details. So take a look. In fact, here, that's our ABCD. It could become the part of the larger head and shoulders pattern. And both scenarios suggest one common thing. As this pattern on the hourly chart is just ABCD Gartley's triple to buy on the 4-hour time frame chart, suggests upward bounce up from here, from the 1457 area. But then scenario is splitting into two parts. If it will be head and shoulders, then we will get downward reversal right from the former confluence resistance at 1473, so market should fail to break it up. In this case, the market should reach at least 1451, but I think that it will be major downward continuation. Because on the road to the 1451, it will break the major fib support, and it will be already a third downward challenge, which suggests probably dropping below these lows and challenging on the daily support. Conversely, if market will fail to turn down here, this could be upward continuation to the 1488. The pattern that we discussed on for our time frame chart, in fact, it could be larger A, B, C, bottom, D pattern. And the destiny of this pattern, larger pattern, will be resolved, will be set that in this point. But now we're here, and for us, the first step that we should consider is taking the long position. Take a look carefully at this action. Here we have got this 3-drive buy pattern. And the third drive will stand approximately at 1459 area, which is a bit higher than the ABCD target of the 1457. You need to take it into consideration if you plan to take the position, because, well, either reaching of the D point and completion of the ABCD will be fast. Maybe market will show just some occasional spike here to hit this target, something of that sort, as our XOP has been hit on this to the upside. On the hand shoulders pattern, if you remember, this was the ABCD pattern with the XOP. So it will just spike up. And the same story could be here. Market will creep to the third drive, then show a minor spike to complete target of the ABCD pattern, and then turns up with this upward action. So be careful with that, and maybe it makes sense to take the position a bit in advance of the reaching 1457 target. Once position will be taken, just watch for this leg. As soon as market will show at least minor pullback here, move your stops to the break-even, because here the ABCD target and agreement support should provide us protection and let us to move stops to the break-even. And then, if market will climb here or not fail at this point, we will discuss what to do next, depending on the way how market will reach this area, on the price action that we will get, what to do here. That, guys, potentially an area where bears could step in and where you could think about taking the short position, because you will get some kind of the hand shoulders pattern here. But this is the subject for our daily updates, and see what will happen in the beginning of the week.